Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Got a post here from the HBAR Foundation, and I thought this was a great post here, and this is one of the things that I want to just show you guys why I think Hedera are going to have such a great head start in terms of getting institutions to work with them and their network. This post will explain it more, and I will go into further detail once I've read the full thing, but guys, this is amazing. Like, the fact that this is actually on the hashgraph already, it's a great tool for institutions. This is something that institutions are going to absolutely love, and I think it's something that's going to give Hedera the upper hand. So I'll get through this now. We'll go through the actual thread first because it's on the HBAR Foundation's X profile, and then we'll discuss this further. Okay. So we have the HBAR Foundation, and the post goes as follows. DeFi 2.0 on Hedera heralds a new era of composability, extending innovation beyond just smart contracts by leveraging advanced feature sets such as privacy preservation, permissioning, and KYC to welcome new market participants and businesses. Privacy preservation takes center stage with innovations like zero knowledge proofs (ZKPs). Here, cryptographic breakthroughs enable users to transact with anonymity whilst proving their identity, enhancing security and fostering trust in decentralized finance. Permissioning further emerges as a key feature in DeFi 2.0, enabling platforms to tailor access rights and governance structures to suit diverse regulatory requirements and maintain flexibility as new legislation is created. This paves the way for institutional involvement on Hedera through partners like Archax and Hedera Governing Council member Aberdeen plc, bridging the gap between traditional finance and DeFi. For institutions and TradeFi businesses, knowing your customer (KYC) becomes a cornerstone of DeFi, offering compliant solutions that uphold regulatory standards while again preserving user privacy. By incorporating KYC protocols, decentralized platforms can attract institutional capital and expand their reach. On Hedera, tokens have an option for KYC and AML programmability at the protocol layer, enabling institutions to deploy assets without having to depend on third parties to enforce these rules. In short, the ability to layer on different feature sets becomes the cornerstone of DeFi 2.0, enabling new market participants to adopt decentralized finance into their own environments, thereby opening the doors for new liquidity and business models throughout Web3. Okay guys, there you have it. So I want to tell you why this is such an important thing. KYC and AML. Very important when it comes to institutions, right? Like, if we look, I don't know if you guys have heard, but KuCoin is a absolutely huge exchange in crypto. I think it's like the 4th biggest crypto exchange, and very recently the founders have been indicted by the US government, and they're basically saying the reasons why they've been indicted is because they failed to have the appropriate KYC and AML levels in place for Americans. And what that has led to is basically sanctioned individuals laundering money. So this has really caused problems. Basically, people have had access to launder funds who could be like terrorists and things like that, which is obviously not good at all. So when you think about this in terms of that aspect, and how you've just heard about a huge indictment that's come to founders of a crypto exchange, well, look at it from Hedera's aspect. If you come to Hedera and you wanted to, create a business, create your own token for whatever reason, these systems are already built in to be able to be utilized. That is absolutely massive, guys. And as they said, it doesn't need a third party to enforce these rules. No, you can do it directly from the source. And I think that this is going to give Hedera such an upper hand when it comes to institutions wanting to work within crypto, because it's such a necessity. I think you've got to understand with AML and KYC, guys, this isn't a thing of choice. It's a matter of law. And I understand this because in my line of work, this is very important. It's basically compliance. It's law compliance. So this is a thing where if you're not following these kinds of procedures, these kinds of regulations, this is the kind of stuff where you get fined, right? Like this can really destroy a business if they're not following the appropriate rules. So this really is huge. So the fact that Hedera have this in place, like it's massive, guys. It really is a big deal. And so when I'm seeing this, I can already imagine the institutions that are going to want to be involved with Hedera, knowing that they have this in place already, because this is something that's going to be so beneficial for them. And this is again what we're talking about, like from an institutional point of view with mass adoption, right? Because they've already got to think like, yeah, like, you know, we've got to obviously get the KYC stuff in place. We've got to get the AML stuff in place. Got to get all those procedures done. No, that's fine. Hedera, we've already got it covered. It's already there. You know, you guys just join with us. It's already going to be in place. Can you imagine how they will feel knowing that that's there, already sorted? And it's such a huge thing from a law perspective. That is really a big deal in my opinion. And from an institutional perspective, I can see institutions wanting to flock to Hedera because of that. I really can, because it's such an important factor. It's a matter of law, guys, as I was saying. Like, this isn't a thing that's up for debate. If you're not following this kind of stuff, yes, you're going to be in trouble. You are going to be in trouble as a company. Your company might get shut down from it. Like, that's how big of a deal this is. So, this having something built in already, not having to go to a third party, yeah, I can already see why companies would want to come to Hedera knowing that this is in place. They already just mentioned two companies, Archax and Aberdeen. Two massive companies. Aberdeen, I know, are already tokenizing on Hedera as well. So now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, maybe that was one of the reasons that also brought them to Hedera in the first place, right? Like, it could be one of many reasons, because we already know how great of a network Hedera is in general. But, you know, knowing that that's there too, that could have been a huge part of it. And so when it comes to things like tokenization and stuff like that, yes, all this kind of stuff, Hedera having the KYC aspect and the AML aspect, all these protocols in place, yes, it's going to be big. It's going to be something that's very, very beneficial for Hedera. So something that I will just show you guys, because again, this is the kind of stuff that when you're looking at a network and in terms of what they can provide, this is the kind of stuff that makes you feel confident that they will be utilized. And this is why when I'm talking about this, like, you can probably see how enthusiastic I am, because I know how much of a big deal KYC and AML compliance is. I know this. So when I see this, I understand it. I understand how big and important this is. So this is a huge factor for Hedera. And this is why I say to you guys, like, yes, right now we're in just speculation mode. So people buy coins for just, you know, the littlest of reasons. Like, it could just be, oh, it's a green candle. Oh, it's a meme coin. I like that meme. Like, you know, anything. It's all just speculation right now. But when we start talking about the real utility, and when institutions are actually coming in, not because they're just trying to grab what's trending, they're actually looking at, okay, what cryptos can we actually use that are going to help our actual business, right? This is when I say, in my opinion, Hedera will be one of the top cryptocurrencies. That's my opinion when it comes to utility, because I just look at it from what I've seen, and Hedera just have so much going for them, and they can just reach out to so many different industries and just change them completely. So in my opinion, I really do think long term HBAR is going to be absolutely massive. And this is the kind of stuff that, again, just reiterates this kind of stuff in my head, because these are really important factors that I know institutions want. So the fact that this is readily available, built in, it's a massive deal. So thought I would share this with you guys. Just another thing to be really confident about HBAR for, and why I think it secures its future, because this is something that's going to be massively utilized going down the road. Like, this is something that institutions are going to want. So the fact that Hedera have it built in, it's going to give them a real big edge over the competition. So great stuff to see here. And yeah, again, just more bullishness for Hedera, right? More bullishness for HBAR. It's looking good to me. But what do you guys think? Hedera having AML and KYC protocols built in with the hashgraph. Do you like the sound of this? Do you agree that this will be something that's beneficial for the institutions wanting to use Hedera? Do you think that this will be good for HBAR's price? Or do you not like the sound of this? Is there any reason as to why you actually think that this could be a bad thing for Hedera? Or do you just not think that this will be good for HBAR's price overall long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.